It seems a lot of people are really upset about the Silent Hill 2 remake and the recent combat reveal trailer. And you probably already know Konami made the trailer, and the developers, Bloober Team, said they didn't make the trailer and they also thought it was shit. And let's be real for a second. The people in charge at Konami that make decisions for marketing, the people editing the trailers and shit, they don't play video games. They most likely have not played the original Silent Hill 2. I mean, this is obvious by the fact that they released a trailer called Combat Reveal, showing various combat mechanics because they probably thought this is what gamers want. Obviously, it's not what anyone wants, but it's easy to understand how, if you had never played the original Silent Hill games, and you think gamers want like high-octane action and shit in their trailers, and you're trying to make an ad for a video game, then maybe this would be like a fine idea, but it isn't what fans of Silent Hill want in a Silent Hill trailer. And the trailer is just really bad. Like the editing and the bombastic music in the second half of it, I don't know. It's just put together so poorly. And it's just shit. But it would be really nice to actually see like 10 minutes of actual uninterrupted gameplay. And that would probably be more than enough to see how the game will really play. And it'd probably stop a lot of this drama and shit going down. But before we look at the trailer, right now, it's really trendy to rip on Bloober Team and just say, oh, Silent Hill 2 remake's gonna suck because I don't like these guys. But I have high hopes that the remake will be good. I mean, I think it'll be fine. The Bloober Team is more than capable of handling a remake. They're a studio that makes solely horror games, so, like, most likely every developer working at Bloober Team has played and is a fan, like you and me, of the original Silent Hill 2. So, well, I mean, I really hope they do the game justice, and I think they can do a good job. I mean, on this channel, I've talked about the game Observer, which was made by Bloober Team, and I think that's a really good game. However, I have played some games by Bloober Team that I thought were absolute trash, just complete shit, like the game The Medium. But it's not like they're making a new original IP. This is a remake, so unless they do something just completely fucking insane, like change something crucial in the story, which I really don't think they will, then they're more capable of following through. Whether they will follow through, well, that remains to be seen, but a lot of the criticism so far seems really just blown out of proportion. Like, one of the top comments on YouTube says something like, so James is an action hero now, as if combat and action were never part of Silent Hill 2, like, I mean, there's really quite a lot of action in the original games. I mean, yeah, you can run past the majority of enemies if you choose, but the game was designed for you to slay most of the enemies with an arsenal of different weapons. I mean, in my head right now, Silent Hill 3, one of the original games, came to my mind. I mean, how many fucking guns does Heather have just like in the middle of the game? You get like a katana and fucking SMGs and shit. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, do these people, have they actually played Silent Hill 2? Because, like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then on the first Silent Hill 2 remake trailer, I saw this really popular video where a guy was saying just how bad it was that they showed cockroaches in the beginning of the trailer and how it was so awful that they were referencing PT with this 3-second clip of a cockroach. Since the developers had this little nod to PT, then their priorities must be all wrong and they don't know what they're doing, can't possibly make the remake good. Like, what the fuck? Like, to me, I think the PT reference, like, that's fucking cool, man. And it's something only people who are already fans of the series will pick up on. In a way, it's also like a little fuck you to Konami, and I thought it was a nice detail, and it's just ridiculous to me that someone would claim the remake's gonna suck because of details like that. That being said, there are some strange things going on in this new combat reveal trailer. And the first thing most people notice and have said a lot on the internet is the animations when James swings his melee weapons just look fucking terrible. And I agree, they look like shit. It looks like, I guess the word is like wimpy. Like, imagine you're back in middle school and the nerdy kid who doesn't play sports gets up to bat and he goes to swing and it's just the most uncoordinated swing and it's goofy as fuck. That's what it looks like when James swings his weapons in the trailer. And I'm sure the animations were motion capped, and this is a bigger issue I've noticed in movies for a long time, and now I see it a lot more often in games that use motion capture. And it's that, like, most of the time when actors need to perform some sort of athletic type of action, they perform that action in a way that looks like they've never done the said action before. Like, they perform the action in a very non-athletic kind of way, very unnatural kind of way, even when the characters they're portraying should be quite capable of doing the action. Like, the animations in the original Silent Hill 2 look fine, but yeah, I don't know. This looks like they put the mocap suit on my grandma and told her to swing a baseball bat. But the game is still being developed. It's possible the footage is outdated. I'd be surprised if that's the final animation for the swing attacks. If it is, it's going to be memed to death, but there's just no way it is. And also, this doesn't really have to do specifically with the trailer, but I don't know. I think James looks fucking weird. Like, in this trailer and the original and the first one they released. Like, he's supposed to be in his early 20s, but I don't know. He looks like he's fucking 35 plus to me, or like a 40-year-old who just got a hip new haircut to fit in with the fellow kids or some shit. Maybe it's not really a big deal. Maybe he looks fine. I don't know. That's just what I think. Someone in the comment of the new trailer mentioned how the scariest thing about the trailer was the nurse vaulting over the wall. And I've got to agree with this. It looks really weird. I mean, I think it makes sense the nurse can get over the wall, but you would think it would be done so in like a creepier way, not one that looks like someone just hopping over a wall. I would imagine she would like swing her legs over the wall slowly, and the movements would be stiff and rigidy and twitchy. It'd be like fucking weird and creepy. Not this like fluid motion of just gonna hop over this wall here, which it's a really small thing, but I've got to agree this looks terrible. The gunshot audio, I think I actually saw a video a little while ago where they said the audio guy at Bluebird Team said that the way the trailer's edited makes the gunshot audio sound really bad, and it doesn't actually sound like this. So I was going to talk about the audio a bit, but I'm just going to skip that because I don't think the audio will sound anything like that for the gunshots in the final game. Hopefully not, because it's almost non-existent in the trailer. But the bullet impacts themselves look really odd. Like, sometimes the enemies have a blood splat, while other times what appears to be the same kind of enemy has a green blood splat. Then sometimes there's no blood splat, and then we have whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what the fuck kind of splat that is, but I guess they can bleed green, red, blue, whatever, but it's hard to tell if there isn't any consistency or if it's just the trailer edited and spliced together so poorly that there actually is consistency with the way enemies bleed, but it's impossible to tell with the way the trailer jumps between different clips every 2 seconds. So I don't know. It's just I think it's just the trailer's just shit in general, and it makes the game look worse than it probably is, I hope. But like the fucking quick time events, like getting grabbed by an enemy, having to press X a bunch to escape, it's just a shame that's going to be in the game. I really hope they fucking remove that. I hate that shit. Everyone hates it. Like, what the fuck? But if you look at these small, short little clips and just kind of ignore the big-ass button prompt on the screen, like, what is happening? It looks pretty good and, like, pretty fucking disturbing if you ask me. It's just sad it's all behind the button prompt. But it gives me some hope that the combat actually will be more visceral than what's presented in the trailer. And the trailer is just edited so shitty that you can't really even get a feel for what the combat really will be like. I think the music for the second half of the trailer was a terrible choice. I don't give a fuck who composed it. To me, it sounds like they just cut some music out of a song, stuck it on the trailer because they thought it sounded big and grand and victorious, but I don't think there's a moment in Silent Hill 2 where victory music is appropriate. It's just a weird fucking decision. Last but not least, there's people talking shit on the graphics, which, I don't know, kind of blows my mind. Like, really, if you look at the graphics, it looks really high res. The ambient lighting looks nice. It looks like you're in Silent Hill. I mean, sometimes I just think people don't know what they're talking about a lot of the times, and if they don't see, like, flashy shit and bright lights of all different colors behind 15 different filters and post-processing effects, they're like, oh, the graphics suck. I mean, there's a fucking video on YouTube. I was pretty popular. The Evil Within 1 has better graphics than the Silent Hill 2 trailers. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, it just boggles your fucking brain because it's so fucking stupid. No, The Evil Within 1 does not have better graphics and will not have better graphics than the Silent Hill 2 remake. I mean, you can just look at the game, The Evil Within 1, then look at the Silent Hill 2 remake. Like, The Evil Within 1, I'm not trying to say it looks bad or anything. You know, when the game came out, it looked really good. But to say that it looks better than the Silent Hill 2 remake trailers, I mean, it's just fucking insanity. This is the kind of shit, when I'm saying it's been blown out of proportion, the criticism, it's shit like this where I don't know if it's people just farming videos and just going with what people are saying to be hip and trendy and cool. But like, if you actually think The Evil Within looks better than this, you're a fucking moron and don't need to be giving out any opinions on anything, especially video game graphics. Now I'm going to actually offer up a solution to the combat reveal trailer. I'm going to quickly, I'm not going to try very hard in this, but let's just see what happens if I put some different music to the trailer and rearrange some of the scenes and slow down some stuff. I think I can make it a little bit better, something that Silent Hill fans would appreciate a little more. So check it out. This has been David with Consternation Evolved. Thanks for watching.